a roof
Absolutely.
on happiness and income. Like, there's got to be, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't know what Dan Bilzerian's worth
A ton.
versus Jeff Bezos.
Well, nothing compared to Jeff Bezos. I'm sure it's like a
and
joke.
who has
with Jeff
more
Bezos.
fun? Who's happier? Like, it's not like Dan Bilzerian's having any less fun because he's not as rich as Bezos.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a roof.
Money to start.
Yeah.
But that's true. Bilzerian just like plays card games and like slaps asses.
He does. I follow his Snapchat. It's just crazy.
Snapchat's his cat.
Snapchat's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
I
But
need to get on that.
like Biggie Smalls once said, more money, more problems.
No big shout out, but when this is big and Dan's watching this, I just want you to know that we have the same Sea-Doos.
Oh, yeah.
That's
nice.
That's him looking you dead in the
got
eye.
rid of the Harley.
200
We do.
million.
Actually, I have two of them.
He's worth 200 million. So they say.
200 million.
200
And he
million.
started out with $10,000 playing poker all night
I
and
don't
turned that
think
to
that's
186,000.
Father got locked up and lost all his money, but they think he hid.
Yeah,
he
right.
was able
Wait,
to
Dan
transfer
Bilzerian's
some-
father is locked up?
I don't know if he's still locked up, but he lost a lot of money and was like in trouble and got locked up for a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, I mean, I just looked into the guy because I'm like, well, he's living the life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing about him, he had like 2 or 3 heart attacks or something before he was 30.
Oh, I did
What?
see that on the Joe
Yeah,
Rogan
he was like
podcast.
doing
He was talking
cocaine
about
and
that.
Viagra or
He
something.
was doing mad
And he,
blow.
It's insane.
and he had like a heart
Dude,
attack
well
in
now,
Vegas.
now he's very open about his testosterone cycle, like how he takes
Just like
steroids.
Rogan. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, Rogan's very open
Normalized
about it
35
naturally.
pro steroids at
they're
35.
saying once you get to 35,
that's what I'm
you're
saying,
good.
dude. I'm
I
gonna
can't
go to
wait till
35.
5
Natty.
years.
I'm gonna go to 35 all natty, dude, and then I'm just gonna send it.
Boom. Same.
I'm just gonna get.
Same.
I'm gonna be like new life. Hashtag.
Joe Rogan said that it was okay, and he just got paid $100 million.
Yeah. Did you look that up after I texted you?
Yes.
100 million.
Yes.
Oh,
A
yeah.
year.
Yeah, but
Not
Yeah.
the thing
a
that
year,
we were
and it's only a
talking about-
2-year deal, and he can take it back off.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait,
cool-
he can take it back off?
Yep. He
See,
owns,
the one thing I hate about
he
the deal
owns the
is
IP.
the
He owns
video.
100% of the IP.
What's this? Are we talking about the podcast?
I hate
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
exclusive.
Strict exclusive with Spotify.
Yeah, but it being exclusive on Spotify, I think, is gonna be what tears fans apart a little
But it
bit about it.
But it doesn't matter to Joe Rogan because all they have to do is wait 2 years, and if he feels like it affects his base, he'll just put it back on YouTube, and he just made 200 million.
Right.
Nothing affects him. There are no numbers he has to hit. He owns his IP, and he owns every piece of material he puts on there. And if he wants to be done, he can just get off.
What about his old on YouTube?
It's all gonna be on Spotify. Well, it's already on Spotify. Anyway.
But his old shit on YouTube can still stay, right?
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't have to pull
Honestly,
that. He just
no.
can't post new.
Right.
I used
After
to want to
December.
listen to him on Spotify and I couldn't. So this is sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Spotify.
Even the
is
videos are going to be on
smart.
Spotify.
Fuck yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
what?
I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's what we were saying. The downfall
Yeah, see,
was we like to watch the video.
So I forgot
So the-
Spotify can do video.
They can video.
I didn't know
Yep.
that.
Oh, I did not
Yeah.
know that. Interesting.
Joe Rogan's smart.
Joe
And
Rogan.
and think about how many users Spotify is gonna get over it. It's
Oh
like-
yeah.
Dude, I love Rogan. He's just a real ass mother.
Yeah.
Hell of an
awesome.
athlete too. Like everyone knows him. He always jokes like I'm the Fear Factor guy, but like he was a serious athlete. He's a real fighter.
Dude,
You know
and
what I mean?
I'm a big believer that comedians have some of the best minds if they can just be mentally stable. Because comedians, like everyone,
Typically aren't.
Yeah, typically there's a lot of depression going on there, and a lot of horror stories like Chris
There
Farley
is.
and all those things.
There is a lot of
But
depression.
Joe Rogan, I think, found a even keel to still be a badass comedian and still have that mental stability and just be a smart mother. Dude.
It's so weird that the depression
His
seems to be a
stand-up
constant
is
with
actually
those guys.
hysterical. Have you
What?
watched
Oh,
his,
Rogan?
his
Yeah.
Netflix
His-
specials, dude? He has me rolling, dying, laughing. on
Dude,
it.
I
funny,
saw
man.
he
Yeah.
taped the last one in Boston. I was there.
Oh,
It was
Oh,
amazing.
you went?
Oh,
Yeah, it was the
Dude.
best.
So basically, Tony, I'm gonna dive back into your story real quick.
Sure.
All right. So 2018, you have a killer year. This is basically where we left off. 2018, you had a killer year. 2019, you did as well. You're still an individual. You thought about a transaction coordinator. You actually went through with that. Went past it. Thought about a full-time assistant. Went through with that. Passed it. Now you have a buyer's agent. Okay. And your business and the time you spend on it has got to be different. Better, worse, in between. What changed in your life most?
It's 200% better.
really?
And I'll tell you why is because the other two positions you're talking about, they can't do in-persons for you. Like, at the end of the day, my time would really be limited by my in-persons. Because you can only meet so many people in a day and visit so many properties in a day.
Sure.
Yeah.
The paperwork, I'd stay up all night, I'd get it done, like, I would squeeze it in between stuff. Like, you can make the paperwork work by yourself. And that's what I thought I needed help on. But the truth is, I don't waste that much time on the paperwork. My time is driving place to place.
Yeah.
In person,
Yeah.
meet this person, meet that person, meet that.
Buyer showings.
What a buyer's agent can do for you is go meet half or more of those people for you.
So let me ask you this. So you find
Coordinating showings, like you name it.
you find it worth it, but how are you feeling about the, justifying the expense and the cost of a buyer's agent and whatever split you have worked out with them versus what is she converting to what's coming to your pocket?
Yeah,
I mean, how is that all coming into play?
Honestly, it's big dollars, I feel like, for your expertise. Do I take a lot of phone calls? Yes. Each phone call question is them doing like probably 10 or more appointments on their own that I would never have been able to do myself, and I will get paid for. Not the full amount, but
you're getting probably half of whatever
there's a rubber meets the road point, and I don't know that it makes sense at other brokerages, but at our brokerage,
it makes
sense.
It
makes so much sense.
Really?
Yeah. Hire somebody and teach them what you know and tell them how to do what you do and fucking watch them run, and it's awesome. I am so proud.
Yeah.
Like, dude, my buyer's agent is a
She's lighting
killer.
it up.
She's a
lighting
fucking killer.
It up. Both of them. Both
She's
of your new
incredible.
team members are lighting it
They're
up.
incredible.
Oh yeah, Rich is
Every
starting.
day
Rich
I
is
see
starting
him lighting
to
it
come
up
out.
on
so
Facebook,
smart.
and I'm like,
She's starting to
okay,
come
I
out.
gotta step it up. I can't be
They
having these two
instinctually
doing
get
mine.
things right. Another thing too is like that's impressive. Like the big questions or the is this okay? If you have a good person with a good head on their shoulders, 3/4 of the time they're already right. You just need to tell them that they are.
Yeah, they just need some reassurance.
A little reassurance.
Yes, they just need to know that they're not doing anything wrong. And talk about being able to take instruction. I mean, like you've already walked through the desert, right? Like we were talking about. You've done the difficult stuff. You have the connections. It can be streamlined for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they can get a lot done.
They can kind of
Like,
fast track that process.
She like my buyer's agent literally was able to like take my platform, like all my knowledge and stuff, and just jump right off it and launch from there. When she gets to 4 or 5 years in, she's gonna be way farther ahead than I was.
At 4 or 5
Or
years.
where I will be
In
4 or 5 years in.
Yeah.
She's gonna be doing big volume in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
And next year when it's normal, she'll be doing even more.
Right.
Yeah.
And next year after that, she'll be doing even more. And
Right.
I'm just thrilled. I'm so happy.
Dude, that is awesome. So it sounds.
But a transaction coordinator can
Didn't
never
work.
do that and can never operate on that level.
So you guys hear that?
An assistant can never do that for you or operate on that level.
We're hearing
Joe-
directly from an agent that transaction coordinating could very well be a waste of time, as well as a full-time licensed assistant. He's saying go the buyer's agent.
In my opinion, there's one
Go
way
the
to
team
grow.
route. You
Because
gotta
I
admit,
know-
financially. So we talked about the great sides.
I mean,
but financially, you are taking a hit. Correct? You're gonna make less money this year. Correct?
Yeah, but if she's
But not 'cause of
doing,
her.
hold on.
Right,
Here's
no.
here's the thing though. He might take a hit. So let's say he does 15 million in volume between her and him. Yeah, he's going to take a hit. But if he can still do 10 million in volume and also learn to work up his percentage on commissions, which I think we all try to increase over the time, but she starts bringing in 5 and 7 and 10 million of her own volume, and he's getting 50% of that. Is he really taking a hit? No,
because
you're going to make more.
I have a lot more time. Like,
You're doing 10 million
when I
on
did
your
my
own.
67, that was 24
You're
hours
busy.
dedicated to real estate.
Yeah.
There was
For
not
a
a
whole
lot
year.
of fun I was really able to have.
No.
No, I remember.
A year like last year, 60 hours a week, 70 hours a week some weeks, but nothing like 67 transaction year.
Yeah.
Better. This year, I mean, way
Slowing
better.
it way down.
Way better. I do my stuff. I'm really only trying to chase listings. I'm still doing referral buyers because you can't really hand those off. And who knows?
No.
Maybe the next referral is a seller. But
Right.
you'll never get it if you don't work this referral.
Right.
And
No, referrals are important.
I'm loving it. And all my buyer leads, I can dish them out and put it into the hands of somebody who I train and
Half
just
of it.
fucking kill it and learn and ask me all the questions along the way. And I'm there.
That's awesome.
So being a lone wolf isn't all it's cracked up to be, because that's really my
That's where we've been stuck.
vortex that I'm in
It's
right now.
great, but you run out of time.
Yeah.
You run out of fucking time.
This is something that you and I talk about quite a bit, which I think you're starting to get
I'm
better
really
at.
getting lax.
You're getting
this
lax,
year.
and this is where
I'm
I'm
not
at,
afraid
too.
to not work.
And just like we talked about the other day on the phone was that, last year I did, I was 40 under 40. I made Platinum Club. I did like 12.5 million in volume. But for 6 to 8 months of the year, I had no life. Literally for
That's
6
the thing.
months straight, you're 6 in the morning till 10 at night. Every single wake up, repeat, wake up, repeat, wake up, repeat. Managing all those deals by yourself. It's exhausting. Obviously, I try to capitalize on the slower times because I have a life and I want to be able to enjoy myself and not just work so hard and make so much money that I just don't have fun ever. Like, it's not what life's all about. Life's too short. You got to kind of find that happy balance, right?
You gotta know what your time's worth. Why work
That's
so
my
hard?
biggest
if you
thing that I've probably done this
Why
year.
work so hard if you never have any time to enjoy it?
Dude, Joe made me do the math
having a kid
to
now.
figure out my hourly,
Yeah.
and it made you think about it. It's like,
How much
okay,
you spend
maybe it's
time on
okay
things.
to only do 45 hours a week.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, my jobs before, I could never get ahead.
Yeah.
And I was putting probably the same amount of
60
time
to
in.
70 to 80 hours a week as a
Same
heavy
amount of
equipment
time.
mechanic.
So-
and you're not getting ahead. You're paycheck to paycheck.
And I like to be able to do stuff like this. I want to branch out. I want
Right.
to do other businesses. I want to have other
Hey, if it's
ventures.
9 o'clock in the morning
If-
and my lender wants to go golf on a Thursday, like, let's go golf.
Yeah. If you're doing 60 transactions by yourself as a lone wolf, like if I really focus and like try to do that, there's no way I'd be doing this right
I
now.
wouldn't even want to do 60 by
The
myself.
bigger the risk, the bigger the reward, for sure.
I did
Yeah.
38, I think, or 37 last year at 12 million. So it's nice because I have a higher, sales price. Because I've obviously am from here. You guys do a lot more stuff in the city. Obviously, with time, you're building your price up.
Yeah,
and I've
to be
kind of
honest,
been
I
fortunate enough
I
to know a
relied
lot
a
of
lot on
people,
advertising.
which is but it's nice to start to get that higher volume. But like, obviously, as Joe says to us all the time, like, would you rather do 60 transactions averaging $200,000 sales price, or would you rather do 30 transactions averaging $350 or
Yeah.
higher? Like, obviously,
Absolutely do 30.
it's a no-brainer. You're doing half the work and making the same amount of money. So that's the other thing that I focused on this year too, was averaging a higher commission. I know my worth. I know I'm a good realtor. I work hard for my people. I answer my phone. I negotiate well for them. You know what's
Yeah.
crazy to me is how, like, in this market, it's very common for realtors to pay out to a buyer's agent 2%, 2.5%, sometimes 3% if you're lucky. It does happen. It happens a lot. You get a
Big
much
deals.
higher. You get a lot higher commission up in the Lakes region. I've been doing a ton in like the Lakes
Oh,
area.
anywhere up north.
I've been getting way more commission, which is nice, but
It's like custom for them to do 2.5 split.
I've talked to people in like the Midwest and the western side of the
What do
country
they
doing
get?
real estate. A lot of people out west, and I couldn't reference the exact states, but if an average commission for listing here is 6%, if you discount it at 5%, you're paying 3% to the buyer, and you're taking the 2%. You're discounting your commission,
give 3%.
not the buyer's commission. You always give 3% out there, and I kind of like that. But here, I'm like, nah, you get 2%. Especially for me, where my client base is so many veterans, the VA loan does not allow you to charge a real estate commission to a VA buyer. You're not allowed to. So I can't charge.
I remember that.
I can't charge that 0.5%, that full percent to get my extra commission. And where they're 40%, they're probably between November and right now, they're probably 60 to 70% of my business that have closed in the last 6 months, which is insane. But you got to figure I can't charge them that percentage. So when I'm getting a listing, I'm not paying you more because I got to make up for my average.
Yeah.
Even
deals
if I
too.
could charge veterans, I wouldn't, because I'm a veteran. Like, that's my goal, is to like help the veteran community. I'm not going to charge you commission. You're a veteran. Like, I'm going to give you a deal.
Dude, thank God for the VA program, though.
It's the best deal.
Like, it is so sick.
It
They
is
can
the
get
best
the same
loan.
house for so much less. No PMI.
It's just tough
Can I
in
ask you guys a
competitive
question?
situations.
That's my question.
I
It's
wish that
prob-
we could rid the stigma about VA because it's such
Dude.
bullshit.
Dude!
Just because someone can
Thank you.
doesn't, like, why wouldn't you?
I
Like,
have to argue with, not argue, but I have
Listing
to like go
agents
out
all
of
the
my
time.
way with listing agents to
Yeah.
be like, first off, it's quite literally the only good benefit. Yes, your GI Bill's great, but probably 80% of
biggest
the people
benefit.
that join the military because they don't want to go to college. Yes, it's great. You can get paid to go to school and get a higher education. Not for me. I went to one semester at UMass Lowell, or 2 semesters, and I'm like, this is why I joined the Marine Corps and didn't go to college.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
I think VA deals
But they punish people, and it's like, it's the one
It
good
does suck.
fucking benefit that they get
That's why
for
you-
serving
well,
our country.
Well, it's bullshit to like penalize people for using that benefit. Like they deserve it.
They could,
you know.
And you know what I tell a lot of listing agents? Hey, these people could easily qualify for 3 or 5% down conventional loan, but why would they spend $10, $20, $30, $40,000 on a down
For a
payment
higher.
Yeah, Chris.
when they can get no?
Chris has a letter that he always submits with the VA.
and I sign it.
Smart.
I
offer.
sign it. Corporal Pasco, USMC, Remax Synergy.
That's smart. I
Yeah,
like
it's
it.
pretty legit.
I make my
and then
VA
get
buyers
them to
write
a letter.
tag
yeah.
my letter on it. I call the listing agent. Hey, do you have any questions about the VA loan? Are you concerned about the VA loan? Josh, my lender, my VA specialist, calls the listing agent. Hey, I just want to make sure that you know that these buyers are good to go. Dude.
Yeah, some
And these-
uneducated
the
agents
lender-
get weird about
Well,
VA.
the
lender
annoying thing is they may
calling-
not accept a VA offer over a railing. It's like,
Okay, next pet peeve.
Yeah.
People, listing
Right,
agents
it's like,
who
we
put
can
it.
get a railing
People
in.
who
Yeah,
put it in the
we can put in a
in the
railing there.
non-public remarks or in the listing will not go VA FHA. Why? Because you could put whiteout on the siding. You
Yeah.
could literally spray paint it.
It's
gone.
retarded.
You're gonna eliminate
And
probably
also getting-
60% of buyers right out of the gate in the MLS because you're missing a
It's
$40
some stupid shit to say.
in an hour long install on a railing.
I see agents say
Or
that stupid shit all the time.
$1,000 or
I
$2,000
know.
paint job on the side of a building
getting through appraisal repairs is not hard.
at all.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a realtor today. She wouldn't even show me the property because they were USDA buyers. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's vinyl siding.
Yeah. All right, guys, real quick, because it's a worldwide pandemic, I wanted to ask you guys this question. What is the best movie out there right now that you guys recommend? Whether it's on Netflix, Hulu, anything, what is the best movie out there
Wait,
right
we
now that
watched
you
a
just
good one the
watched?
other night. What did we watch the other night?
Anything that you want to recommend the viewers to watch?
Strange Island or something? Stranger Island? It was kind of funky.
That
It was
sounds like a porno.
I did not like Uncut Gems.
Thank you. That movie sucked. And you know what? I saw a meme 2 weeks ago
So
that said
heavy.
Adam Sandler
I've
doesn't
never
have a
seen
single
it.
bad movie, and I'm like, oh my god, you're right. And then Uncut Gems came out, and I'm like,
Well, the thing that,
That
I
movie
don't,
was garbage.
I mean, the thing that I don't like about it is it really centers around a sleaze bag over the course of like a 3-day period.
not only that, dude, it's an anxiety-ridden movie.
It
For the
is,
first
it is
hour, I'm
anxiety-ridden.
like,
My
Yeah.
oh my
girlfriend
god, there's
was
so
like,
much
I
going
can't watch
on.
this.
Yeah,
We
it's-
almost stopped after the first hour, and then like the next 30 minutes was okay, and then the ending sucked and ruined the whole movie.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
they-
already in it. Like, I have to watch it. Like, I can't stand not knowing the end of
I
the
love
story.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Right, an hour in, you're halfway there. You're like, you got to finish
I
it.
hate to say it, it's worth the watch in a way just because it's Adam Sandler.
I love
But
Adam Sandler.
the movie
Adam
itself-
Sandler.
the movie
if you
itself
ever watch
is
our
not good.
podcast, I fucking love you. And hey, we're in New Hampshire, so like, if you want to come on the show,
Yeah,
we're
he
local.
rocks
My
UNH
grandfather
shirt.
Come
worked
on
under
down
Jaguar
to
like 20 years
Manchester, New
ago.
Hampshire.
All right, guys. So next one, favorite television series right now that you want to recommend some people to watch.
For some COVID binging.
I
don't
say
even-
Ozark if you haven't seen it.
Ozark's
Watch
Ozark's
good.
dope.
Ozark's dope.
I really like the Narcos stuff.
Narcos is good.
wicked.
My only
Peaky
problem with that is
Blinders.
I can't read the subtitles and watch the movie. I have a problem. I only read the subtitles and then I don't watch like what's going on the screen, and I'm like, yeah.
I've
that's
been
not
getting
for me.
good at watching foreign European movies. There's some that are pretty damn
Dude,
good.
Dead to
That
Me
it-
is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what was?
Christine Applegate
Oh
is
no no
fucking
no!
hilarious.
What's the one with the kids in the Florida like marshes that it just came out on Netflix?
Yeah, can't
it's
think of it.
very good. It's
Outer
like,
Banks?
Yes, Outer Banks.
Outer
If you
Banks.
haven't
You should watch
watched-
it.
Dude, you gotta watch
See,
it.
it's one
Dude,
of
I
those ones
couldn't
where
stop.
you're like, oh, it's a teenager thing, but then you
It's
get
not.
into it and you're
It's
like,
totally
wait,
not.
this is pretty damn good.
Yeah, they crushed that series.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
wait for the
actually
next
pretty
season.
interesting to watch. For sure.
I'm excited for the next season.
Also,
too.
if you haven't watched Breaking Bad twice, then you
Get out,
have to
yeah,
do
yeah.
the second
hey,
time.
I finally just got Alyssa starting on Entourage. She's never seen Entourage.
Entourage is good.
See,
It's a great one.
Entourage for me is like there's a certain amount of nostalgia with it.
Yeah.
So I rewatched like
I
3
watched-
of this series because
I
it just
watched-
reminded me
yeah.
of my childhood and like
I
shit.
for the first time I watched the whole thing in Afghanistan. I had it on a hard drive and
Yeah.
I watched it on my laptop, and I was hooked.
And also my motorcycle's name is Sloan.
I wish whoever created Californication would make a new series that's like
Dude,
that
such
grungy.
a
Yeah.
good
And like that, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
it was exciting because like people were fighting and fucking all the time, but also
Can't
like
go wrong with
there
fighting
was
and
like this
fucking.
kind of like dark undertone that was like the reality of like people's lives, like and how like
Oh, it's so
shit
true.
gets
yeah.
rough, like
Yeah.
it was. I really wish a new version of something like that would come out.
All right. This is your boy Matt 101 with Chris the Shotgun Pasco. Again, this is the Real Success Podcast, and we were joined today by none other than my brother. He shares a similar genetic code. I don't think it's exactly the same. You should look that up. I think it's like 50%.
It's not even close, if you ask me, from an outside perspective. I mean, you guys are completely different.
Well, we
Very similar, but completely different.
Same
That's true.
mannerisms.
Yeah.
Both talk with our hands.
It's an Italian thing.
It is an Italian thing. But that's my brother Antonio. He's definitely gonna be coming on again, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna be really mad. I'm gonna talk to my mom about it, and he'll have to come back.
Antonio, Matthew called me and said you're not on the podcast anymore. What are you doing? Your brother's real upset.
Oh my gosh, your brother cares about you. This is very important to him. You better come back on, Honey Bear. I'm so sick of
Honey
this.
bear.
No, but this really is really important to me. This is like kind of a side business that I'm pursuing. I'm super stoked about utilizing my social media platform again, and I'm getting really into it. So stay tuned for every other Thirsty Thursday. We're going to do this Real Success podcast. And then also every Sunday, I'm going to do what's called Speed Up Sunday, where I do literally something that has to do with adrenaline or motorcycles or something cool. Maybe I'm just vlogging.
Jet skis.
Maybe I'm just vlogging on the jet skis. Maybe I'm shooting guns with Chris the Shotgun. Guys, make sure to tune in. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe button if you haven't already.
Nailed it.
Love you guys. Much love.
Yeah, he said
I think that was a really
he's
good
gonna
podcast,
look-
boys. We had good chem.
I'll be able to cut it up.
Good chemistry.